The USS John F. Kennedy was scheduled for delivery in 2024. It's now 2025, and the Navy has just delayed the date to March 2027. This $13 billion aircraft carrier is 6 years behind schedule, and the reason is astonishing. The USS John F. Kennedy is the second vessel in the Gerald R. Ford class, the most advanced aircraft carriers ever constructed. It is 1,106 feet long, displaces over 100,000 tons, can carry 90 aircraft, and is powered by 2 nuclear reactors that produce triple the electrical power of any prior carrier. This isn't merely a ship, it's a floating city with greater firepower than many nations' entire militaries. Construction began in 2015 at Newport News Shipbuilding in Virginia. The initial delivery was set for 2020, then slipped to 2024, and now is 2027. The Navy has dedicated over a decade and $13 billion to building it. But here's what isn't widely discussed. The delays aren't due to budget issues or labor shortages. They stem from 2 pieces of repeatedly failing technology. If the Navy cannot resolve these issues, this $13 billion warship risks becoming history's most costly paperweight. Let's examine what's going wrong. Section 1. A floating city. First, consider what the Navy is building. The USS John F. Kennedy is colossal, 1,106 feet long, longer than 3 football fields. Its beam is 134 feet at the waterline and 256 feet at the flight deck. Fully loaded, it weighs over 100,000 tons, with some estimates reaching 112,000 tons at maximum displacement. The flight deck measures 1,092 by 256 feet, providing space for 90 aircraft plus room for simultaneous launch and recovery operations. It carries a crew of 4,660 personnel, 2,600 ship's company, and 2,000 air wing members. The ship includes its own hospital, post office, and dental clinic. This is not just a warship. It is a self-sustaining military base capable of operating anywhere in the world for months, without resupply. The foundation. Here's a lesser-known fact. The construction site rests on challenging terrain near the James River. Newport News Shipbuilding had to employ advanced engineering techniques to support a structure of this magnitude. The keel was laid in August 2015, the ship was launched in October 2019, and it has since been in an extended outfitting and testing phase. Construction costs alone approximate $13 billion.
That figure does not include the aircraft, weapon, or operational expense. For comparison, an Nimitz-class carrier cost approximately $8.05 billion in today's currency. So why is the Ford class so much more expensive? It is loaded with unprecedented technology. Section 2, triple the power. The USS John F. Kennedy is centered on 3 revolutionary systems. Number 1, the A1B nuclear reactor. This ship is powered by 2 A1B reactors. These are not legacy systems, each generate triple the electrical output of the reactor on Nimitz-class carrier, producing about 250 MW of electrical power. This matters because modern warfare is shifting toward energy-intensive weapons like laser, railgun, and directed energy system. The Nimitz class lacks the power to run them, the Ford class does not. The reactor also provides virtually unlimited range, enabling the ship to operate for 25 years without refueling. In September 2025, the Kennedy achieved a major milestone by completing its first propulsion test in the James River. The reactor powered up and the ship moved under its own propulsion for the first time. Number 2, the electromagnetic aircraft launch system, EMAL. For decades, carrier used steam catapult to launch aircraft. The Ford class uses electromagnet. EMAL is smoother, more efficient, and can launch a broad range of aircraft, from heavy fighter to light drone. It also demands less maintenance than steam system, which require constant upkeep. The Kennedy successfully conducted dead load launch in spring 2024, testing the system with dummy weight. So far, EMAL is performing as intended. Number 3, Advanced Arresting Gear, AAG. This is where the trouble begins. When an aircraft lands, ATS look catch a wire connected to the arresting gear, which brings the plane to a stop within about 300 feet. On Nimitz class carrier, 10 system is hydraulic. On the Ford class, it is the advanced arresting gear. The AAG is designed to be gently on aircraft, reducing stress on airframe and extending their service life but it keeps failing. The lead ship, USS Gerald R. Ford, faced significant AAG problem that took years to resolve. The Kennedy is encountering the same issue, despite the system's requirement to safely stop everything from a 47,000 pound-f à 18 Super Hornet to a 70,000 pound-f 35C.
And it must function flawlessly every single time, because any failure could send planes into the ocean. This is precisely why the Navy is exercising such caution. They will not deliver the ship until the AAG is fully certified. Section 3. Firepower surpassing some nations. Now, let's examine the ship's actual capabilities. The carrier itself isn't heavily armed. Its primary weapon is its air wing of up to 90 aircraft. This includes F/A, 18 Super Hornets, F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters, E-2D Hawkeye early warning aircraft, EA, 18G Growler electronic warfare jets, and MH-60 helicopters. This air wing can simultaneously conduct air superiority missions, strike operations, electronic warfare, and search and rescue. The F-35C is the pivotal asset. As a fifth-generation stealth fighter, it can penetrate enemy air defenses and strike targets beyond the reach of older aircraft. Defensive systems. The Kennedy employs multiple layers of defense. 2 RIM. 162 evolved Sea Sparrow missile launchers for medium-range air defense. 2 RIM. 116 rolling airframe missile launchers for short-range defense. 2 20mm phalanx CIWS close-in weapon systems, 4-point defense against incoming missiles. 4 12.7mm Browning M2 heavy machine guns for close-in threats. Radar systems. The ship is equipped with the N/Spy 3 dual-band radar system, which provides full three-dimensional tracking and combat control. It can track hundreds of targets simultaneously and coordinate defensive responses in real time. Section 4. The root of the delays. So, why is this ship 6 years behind schedule? The reasons boil down to 2 major problems. Problem 1. Advanced Arresting Gear, AAG. The AAG has been problematic from the start. This system uses a water turbine and electric motors to arrest aircraft, intended to be more reliable and require less maintenance than hydraulic systems. Yet, it continually malfunctions. On the USS Gerald R. Ford, the AAG failed repeatedly during testing, forcing the Navy to redesign components and conduct thousands of test cycles over several years to achieve certification. The Kennedy is now undergoing the same arduous process. The Navy refuses to deliver the ship until the AAG can reliably handle the full spectrum of aircraft weights and landing speeds, and they are unwilling to compromise on safety. Consequently, the ship remains docked in Virginia, awaiting approval. Problem 2. Advanced Weapons Elevators, AWEs. The Kennedy features 11 advanced weapons elevators. These electromagnetic elevators are designed to transport bombs, missiles, and ammunition from the magazines to the flight deck.
On Nimitz class carrier, 10 elevators are hydraulic and relatively slow. The AWE are intended to be faster and more efficient. However, like the AAG, they have been prone to failure. The elevator must safely and swiftly move to the off-pound of ordnance. If they malfunction, all flight operations grind to a halt. The USS Gerald R. Ford experienced significant AWE issues, with some elevator inoperative for years. The Kennedy is working to avoid those same mistakes, but the process is time-consuming. Before the Navy accepts delivery, every system must be fully certified. This entails 2 years of test cycle, simulated combat scenario, and stress test. EMAL must launch aircraft under every conceivable condition. The AAG must reliably catch them. The AWE must move ordnance without fault. All these systems must integrate and operate seamlessly. This comprehensive validation is the primary reason the delivery date continues to be pushed back. Section 5. Why it matters. Why, then, is the Navy spending $13 billion on a ship 6 years behind schedule? Because aircraft carrier form the cornerstone of American naval power. A carrier can project force anywhere in the world. It require no permission to use foreign airbase and no host nation. It simply arrive. Un TS air wing can execute strike, establish air superiority, and support ground operation all from international waters. The mere presence of a carrier in a region alters the strategic calculation of potential adversary. Nations like China are expanding their navy, Russia is modernizing ATS fleet, and Iran is developing advanced anti-ship missile. The Ford class is designed to counter these evolving threats. It represents a technological leap of roughly 40 years. While the Nimitz class was designed in the 1960s, the Ford class is engineered for 21st century warfare, with EMAL, advanced radar, and massive electrical power reserved for future weapon systems. This ship is built to dominate for the next half century. However, every year the Kennedy is delayed, the Navy operates with one fewer carrier. Currently, the Navy has 11 carrier, with a stated goal of 12. When the Kennedy finally delivers in 2027, it will fill that gap. Until then, naval resources remain stretched thin. The USS John F. Kennedy is the most advanced warship ever constructed. It is also 6 years late and $13 billion over budget. The delays are frustrating and the cost overruns staggering. Yet, if the Navy can perfect the AAG and AWA, this vessel will redefine naval warfare for the next 50 years. The ultimate question remains, will it be worth the wait? March 2027 is the new delivery date. We will see if they meet it this time.